Welcome back to Big Boys College Football. My name's Gavin.
And I'm Grant.
And boy, was this weekend crazy.
Oh.
Holy crap. These games were just insane.
All over the place. I mean, really. Teams, once again, games that we thought were locks weren't necessarily. A lot of big upsets. A lot of results that even if we thought the results were going to be right, high-scoring games there were high-scoring games that are supposed to be low-scoring games and vice versa. And we'll get all into it, and then also stick around for this week's predictions.
Yeah, this week's predictions. We got some good games. And this week was just, usually you get these like time slots where there's kind of dead zones and there's a couple games you want to watch, but this week it was like everyone had a close game that was just a classic.
Yeah.
Just a classic.
Yeah, for sure. Well, every Saturday game. The Thursday, Friday games weren't too much to speak of. I guess the first game we got to talk about, though, was probably Thursday. NC State beat Wake Forest at Wake.
That's one that we both picked NC State to win.
Yeah. And I think that was a pretty obvious pick. Wake Forest did a little bit better than expected, but NC State seems to be rising up through the ACC, so we'll move through that pretty quick. You want to talk? Which one do you want to do next?
I guess we can go right into Saturday.
Sounds good.
What started Saturday off?
Yeah, let's talk about the kickoff to Saturday. South Florida, Miami. The game that everybody had high hopes of South Florida were devastatingly crushed by Miami in a 49-12 victory.
Yeah, and I think I went into it thinking Miami was going to win. I thought they were going to win good, but man, that South Florida team looked like if you would have told me they beat Florida the other week, I would have been like, what? No way this team did that. But I think they just were coming off some emotions or something from the last game and going into Miami, and you got to deal with this weather delay. And Miami's just looked so good this year.
And a lot of times, too, you come off winning a big game, guys go home, they celebrate, they party maybe a little too hard, and then get started that next week. It's almost like a winning hangover. They won 2 huge games in a row. Boise State followed them, Florida. And, yeah, they got their socks knocked off by a really, really solid Miami team.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was a crazy game. What were some of the other ones that...
Clemson, Georgia Tech.
Clemson, Georgia Tech. Man, that was his second time, my first time ever storming the field.
It was so much fun.
That was probably one of the best. That was the best college football game I've ever been to. Just for them to win like that.
Yeah. The kick in the final seconds without a timeout was incredible. I'd like to apologize. I originally had Cade Klubnik as my Heisman winner. Clemson is like my number 2 or 3 team.
Oh, yeah.
I was sorely mistaken.
Yeah.
This is not the Clemson team I thought it once was. And Cade Klubnik's not the quarterback I thought he was. He had some great assets last year. He is an asset who's hurt this year. I mean, he's struggling without the extra support, and his offensive line's not helping him out much either.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, he ran more this game. I was actually pretty impressed with him overall. But still, it was Georgia Tech. That game was close the whole time, but there wasn't much time in that game where it felt like Georgia Tech wasn't in complete control.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The whole game, it felt there was just this energy in the stadium. They're like, oh, we got this. Especially at the beginning when you go 13-0.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Which could have been a much higher score
Yeah.
for Tech. I mean, if it wasn't for those failed conversions on fourth and 1, I mean, we're talking about possibly a 2-touchdown game.
Oh.
I mean, it's really what it came down to. But yeah, what a great energy. Bobby Dodd was rocking, as I said it was going to be, and it was just an incredible time.
Oh yeah, we got a little burnt this weekend. The sun was a little. We forgot it was September still. We got a little toasty, but it was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. We got to storm the field with all the Tech people. It was just a great environment, great game, and I'm glad we went.
For sure. So next, let's talk about Vanderbilt, South Carolina, the big upset. I think this is one we actually both might have picked Vanderbilt to win this one, and man, were we right.
I thought it would have been a lot closer though.
I did too. Vanderbilt blew them out of the water, 31-7. I mean, every year people sleep on Vanderbilt. Last year, I think it was understandable. This year, people are doing it again, and I don't think it's deserved this year. I understand it last year, but this year, this is a Vanderbilt team that's good, led by a strong Diego Pavia, and just an overall, top-notch level team.
Yeah.
Really top-notch level team. I wasn't surprised they beat South Carolina. I think, just as Georgia Tech should have been higher ranked, Vanderbilt should have been as well. Between Diego Pavia, though, and Haynes King, there's not two more entertaining quarterbacks to watch in college football right now.
Oh, yeah. Pavia looked incredible, and really comes down to if South Carolina's going to revive this season, they're going to need Sellers to be at 100% for just to survive, because they did not look good against Vanderbilt, and we both thought Vanderbilt was going to win, but I don't think to this extent, because South Carolina really didn't have a hold of that game during any of it.
Another team that I feel underperformed, I think, is LSU going against Florida.
Yeah.
It was still a decent win, 20-10 LSU, but
such a sloppy game by both sides, man.
Yeah, each team had opportunities to really turn that game around and win big, but neither one really did.
Yeah.
I heard that I think Florida's quarterback threw, was it 5 interceptions?
5 interceptions. You can't
throw
5 interceptions and think you're going to win a game. And they only lost by 10.
Well, that's what I was going to say. LSU had every opportunity not to just win this game, but win by 4 scores plus, not by less than 2 full. Realistically, this should have been an easy takedown for LSU, and it wasn't. LSU's currently ranked number 3. I don't know how much longer that's going to last. I think someone's got to come up here and upset the Tigers. I think it's coming sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think, and it could have been a closer game. Florida had that play in the first quarter. It was like an 80-yard touchdown, and it got called back for holding. It could have been a 20-17 win. It really could have been that, and I don't know, because LSU's still, I think, a strong team, but I don't think they're. I don't think they're better than Georgia. I don't think they're better than Georgia. I don't think they're better than. I don't know. They might be better than Texas. Texas A&M.
Definitely not better than Miami.
Definitely not better than Miami. And I think Oregon's better than them too. So I think on a power ranking level, I can understand why they're still at 3, but on a power ranking level, I see them around a 6 or 7.
Yeah, I agree. Next big game of the weekend was probably one of the most hard-fought games, was Georgia-Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a movie of a game.
Tennessee deserved to win this game. I don't care if you're a Georgia fan or not. That final kick, the fact that it wasn't that hard of a kick. Not that either of us could make it, but still, Tennessee had that game, had Georgia dead to rights.
I mean,
and then as soon as it went to overtime, I knew Georgia had that football game.
oh yeah, you could tell the atmosphere in Neyland changed after that, and it was really crazy to see. I think that this Georgia team has a lot of strength coming into the Alabama game now, because a lot of the questions that we had about Gunnar Stockton, he kind of answered in this game, and Georgia really got put up on the ropes as far as the first quarter went, because they were just, 21 in the first quarter by Tennessee was just crazy, and Georgia found a way to come back from that. They fought hard, they came back, and
which is good to see, because in the past couple of years, Georgia's been one of those teams that they're really good the first half of the game and then suffer significantly in the second half at the end of the day. And we're not seeing that right now.
Oh yeah, and well, this is also a team that if they seem to go down, they can get back up and come out strong. And I see Kirby Smart as just such a good coach, and honestly, I don't usually give Bobo any credit, but that was some decent play calling by Bobo. There was some
agree.
third downs where Tennessee, all they had to do was stop them, and usually I criticize the Bobo bubble screen to the receiver, but it was working.
It worked.
And he was doing some great play calls, and I really thought once it got tied right there at the end, I was like, okay, Tennessee's gonna go down and they're gonna kick a field goal, and they might even rush the field because they haven't won in 8 years. But
here's the crazy stat behind this whole game. I don't believe either team ran for more than 50 yards. That's got to change if you're Georgia going into, play some of these other teams, whether it's Bama or whoever, is being able to establish the run. And Tennessee didn't run much either, but again, it's
no.
Did I have that wrong?
Yeah, Nate Frazier ran for 73 yards.
73 yards.
And
okay.
Georgia, because what I remember from the game was Georgia running the ball a shit ton, and
so they ran a little bit over 100.
Yeah, I would
50 yards.
They rushed the ball over 50 times in this game, and that's just something that's not sustainable throughout the game. So I think they need to figure that out going into this Alabama game, because
establishing the run's not a bad thing, especially if there's this much offensive play. But Gunnar Stockton had a total of 304 yards. It's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, I think he's along with Haynes King, I think they're both top 5 quarterbacks right now in college football.
I think you could be right.
I think that game in November is going to be really good. I think it's
100%.
got potential for game of the year.
100%.
All right, which game are we getting into next? I think we talked a little bit about Ole Miss Arkansas, which ended up being pretty close, and I had Arkansas winning that, but
Ole Miss is still in the ropes.
Yeah, Ole Miss is a team I just can't figure out. Like they're number 13 right now. I can't figure out.
I don't think they should.
I feel like they're gonna drop one eventually.
They have.
They're just counting the days where they're gonna drop one, because they've got a pretty hard SEC schedule up ahead of them. I'm pretty sure they've got LSU, they've got Georgia, they've got Oklahoma, they've got South Carolina, which isn't that big of a deal anymore.
And we'll get into next week. Who knows? They could drop it into Tulane as well.
Yeah, that would be That'd be pretty crazy.
And then now everybody's got to worry about Mississippi State, which is again, which historically a team you never worried about.
Oh yeah, they were supposed to be the bottom feeder team, and now they've looked a lot better than a bottom feeder team.
So, as far as their rankings, Bama, Texas, Arkansas, Kentucky, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Florida all have lost a game, and they haven't yet. Mm-hmm. There has to be something said about that. Oh, yeah. And they beat a ranked Arizona State.
Oh yeah.
So
shout out Mississippi State. I'll never root against y'all. Y'all are
nah, you're too likable
over there. Yeah, you're too likable.
Is there any other big games for?
Yeah, this
Texas A&M,
Notre Dame game. That game, and it was hard for me to stay awake, and not because it wasn't a good game. It was a great game, and if it wasn't a great game, I would have fallen asleep. I had to stop laying down in my bed and lock in because this game was just that good. And unlike the Georgia Tech Clemson game where I don't think we saw a flag until the fourth quarter. There was like
third or the fourth. Yeah,
there was like 3 flags thrown. It was a very good, clean game. This game had a lot of penalties, and there was a big one right on that last play, that holding call that was obviously holding that they didn't check. But at the end of the day, Texas A&M won this game, and
they deserve the win.
They deserve the win. Even if it was holding, I think they deserve the win.
Now, Notre Dame doesn't deserve the rank being 0-2, but that's a story for a different time.
I think they're definitely one of the top 25 best teams, but being 0-2 and still being there when there's teams
that are undefeated without a rank.
Undefeated without a rank, you've got to let them in.
Your TCUs, your Louisvilles, there's some decent teams out there. They're undefeated without a rank, and we'll go into some of those. But yeah, you just can't have somebody that's 0-2. But we have issues with the whole AP polling in general, but we won't get into that now.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to get into next week's games?
Yeah, I am definitely down for that. We've got some good ones. Is there anything Thursday, Friday?
And we have Iowa at Rutgers. I'm gonna take Iowa on that. But again, nothing else besides that. Rice at Charlotte. I don't have a dog in that fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's look at Saturday. First game of Saturday is Texas Tech at Utah.
Yeah.
That's going to be an interesting one right there. Texas Tech has looked really hot this year so far. They went to the transfer portal. They got a lot of good players, good solid players. They went and spent the money. They're currently undefeated and ranked 17. But haven't had any notable wins really. They've just played fluff so far.
Yeah.
But they've blown out all the fluff they played. And their closest game was against Oregon State, 45-14.
Oh yeah.
So will they be able to come and play someone who's supposed to be as good as Utah, which I don't think Utah's really played anyone either. But
that UCLA game was supposed to mean something. Oh, they blew them out. But
before UCLA fired their head coach.
Yeah, UCLA has been not good.
Yeah. So this is going to be a Big 12 game. To really figure out who's the head of this conference.
Oh yeah.
There's several teams who are undefeated in this conference. From UCF, TCU, BYU, Utah, Texas Tech, Arizona, Houston, Iowa State.
Oh yeah.
We gotta figure out who's the top of this conference.
Yeah.
These guys might all eat each other up in the end of the day, but there's some good teams who are here. This is going to be a really good noon kickoff game to be watching.
Oh yeah, and I think we kind of know who the top dog is in a lot of these conferences, but the Big 12 is the biggest question mark right now.
100%.
Of
100%.
who's going to come out of it?
Because a lot of these teams haven't played anybody yet, too,
Yeah.
that are in the Big 12.
Mhm.
So, I mean, yeah, we have no clue.
It's obviously not Kansas State. But
Yeah, right? Another game to watch is going to be Virginia Tech at Wofford. And the only reason why I say that is because with Virginia Tech firing their head coach this week, all their players are able to hit the portal and retain eligibility.
Crazy. Wolford coming in and beating Virginia
Beating
Tech.
a powerful Virginia Tech, yeah, it's pretty sad. I like Blacksburg. I like Virginia Tech as a team generally, but man, they're in a tough situation right now.
Unfortunate, yeah.
I don't know how that will go. The next big game is going to be SMU at TCU.
SMU and TCU. I think this is going to be a very good game. You said it was going to be the last one
Yeah,
for a
that's my
while.
understanding of it.
Conference realignment, and man, I feel bad for saying that I think TCU is going to win because I don't really have anything against SMU. I think they've got still a solid team, but at the same time, I think TCU's been better this year.
I agree.
And they're at home. I think
Not that TCU's played anybody yet.
Yeah.
Their biggest wins over Bill Belichick at UNC.
Yeah.
Um,
But they looked good in that game. And
Yeah.
it might have just been because of poor coaching on the other side, but
They looked good. They looked strong. So I have TCU win by a touchdown for this one. I think it's going to be a good game, like you said, though.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oklahoma Auburn. That one's gonna be.
I got 3:30. Another SEC matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Close teams. Both pretty good teams. I've got Oklahoma in this one and pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
I've got Oklahoma by 10. Is that hot? Maybe, but Oklahoma's at home. Every time a true SEC team has to travel out to, that Texas, Oklahoma region, I think there's just another level of challenge
Yeah.
when that happens.
Norman was rocking against Michigan, and I think it's going to be the same way, maybe even more against
just conference.
And that's nothing against Auburn. We dissed Auburn a lot in the preseason just because they're Auburn, but
And their performance last year,
Yeah.
their coach is a joke. But
they've done pretty good this year.
Yeah, but I've got Oklahoma win this one pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
Tulane and Ole Miss. Again, this should be an easy one for Ole Miss, but Tulane right now, if you look at who's going to be that G5 seat in the playoffs, Tulane's talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane and USF are the two teams that you hear about being in that group right there. And I think there's a chance that Tulane could come out here and upset Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very possible, but I do have Ole Miss still win this game.
Yeah, I still think Ole Miss will win this game because Tulane, didn't they struggle against the FCS team or something like that?
Struggled against Duke a little bit, but they ended up
Duke,
winning
yeah.
by over 10, if I'm not mistaken. But again, it's what we'll have to see when it comes down to it. North Carolina, UCF. I think UCF wins this pretty big.
Yeah, I've got UCF too. I think they're an up and coming program. They're trying to make it back to their
Former glory days.
their former glory
National championship.
Yeah.
Um,
They're trying to win another national championship, but maybe they'll make a ring like Georgia Tech did last year if they beat Bill Belichick. I won against the greatest NFL coach ring.
That's terrible. Let's see.
Michigan, Nebraska. I think would be one that we should talk about because
I would love to see Nebraska win this game.
yeah, and I think being at home is a big advantage. Having Raiola's looked really good this year, and I think because Michigan's without their head coach this week, so
Yeah, I think this could be a good chance for Nebraska to
Yeah.
come and upset. The only team Nebraska struggled with this year was Cincinnati, week 1. But sometimes there's flukes week 1.
Yeah.
And we talked about that a lot. I think this could be a great opportunity for Michigan to get their teeth knocked in by Nebraska. Talent-wise, Michigan has it, right?
Yeah.
If we're looking at strictly talent, without your head coach, it's tough. They have 2 suspension without him, and that could be hard. That could keep them from being successful in this game.
for sure.
NC State at Duke, so on ESPN at 4 or ESPN 2. Again, Duke's been struggling a lot this year. I've got NC State win that by at least 7.
Yeah, I think so too. Or I'd love to give Duke the benefit of the doubt, but so far from what I've seen, it's just been not as good as I thought they would be.
Yeah, I still believe in Manny Diaz, just a little bit less.
Oh yeah.
West Virginia's going, I believe they're going on the road. Yeah, West Virginia's on the road at Kansas. It should be an easy win for Kansas. But has potential to be a good game.
Yeah.
Now we get to the big 7:30 games, which really there's 2 of them. Florida at Miami, where college game day is going to be, and Illinois at Indiana.
Man.
2 big games.
Oh,
One's going to be a blowout. One should be tight.
yeah. We can talk about the blowout first. I think Florida has shown weakness this year, and I don't think we've seen much weakness from Miami. And I think Miami being at home and just still on a roll, they've got all this momentum. I think that this game won't be close, and I think Miami takes this easily.
I agree. And I think if Florida doesn't fire Billy Napier after this one, I would be surprised.
Yeah.
I would be surprised. If Miami wins by 30 points or something crazy like that, he's got to go. But I've got Miami win by at least 14 on this.
Man, look at this Florida schedule, man. They got to play Miami, then they get
that's right.
Texas A&M, Mississippi State, who is now a threat to them, Georgia, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Florida State. This team is not going to a bowl game this year.
I don't think so.
It's not going to a bowl game this year. And I had them ranked like top 15 preseason just because of Lagway, and Lagway's not been good.
5 interceptions is not a good quarterback, but he's putting up, crazier numbers than Carson Beck did last year, interception wise. The only team they might beat the rest of their year could be Mississippi State or it could be Kentucky. Yeah,
Kentucky's the most winnable game in that.
But there's no way they're going to a bowl. 2-10, 3-9 is what I see for Florida.
I think everybody will write them off after the next few weeks because I don't think they'll win another one up till after Georgia. And one of these teams, one of these 4 lucky teams, one of these 3 lucky teams, I think Ole Miss, Tennessee, or Florida State Florida will just come out of nowhere and be like, this is what we were, they're not going to go to a bowl game, but at least they can say they won.
They knocked off Ole Miss or something like that.
I can see them knocking off Ole Miss, but that's really it.
Out of that group, I probably see Ole Miss or Florida State being it, but we don't know much about Florida State. They don't play anybody. Except Bama.
You got to go to Texas A&M too. That's
a tough stadium to play in
Yeah.
as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I guess at least you get Florida State at home this year.
Yeah, for sure. And the next big game is Illinois at Indiana. I mean, we were talking about a playoff team
Oh yeah.
last year versus Illinois, who's been probably one of the most hyped football teams of this year.
They're ranked number 9 right now, with top 10 ranked for Illinois. Good for them. They we didn't know if they were gonna do good against Duke, and they took care of business. They've really not played anybody other than that, but I think this will be a pivotal game for both teams. I think Illinois is a stronger team. I like Luke Altmaier a lot more than a lot of quarterbacks out here right now, especially the kid club.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like he's not even on. I don't really even care for Clemson that much, but I still feel betrayed because we hyped them up so much. Both me and you had them in our top 3 at the beginning of the season.
So my hot take here is that Indiana comes out and whoops on Illinois.
Dang.
Illinois' strongest team they've played so far has been Duke. Again, this isn't a Duke that we thought was very good. So we don't really know what they can do. The next couple of games are going to be big tests for them. They go Indiana, USC, which I like what USC is doing. Then they have Purdue, which nobody cares about. Sorry, Purdue fans. Followed by Ohio State.
Yeah.
If they're able to win all those up to Ohio State, if they're able to beat Indiana and Illinois, I think this team's legit.
Yeah.
But until I see them beat a ranked team, it's hard to be top 10 ranked. Justify that to me without having a ranked win.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to take Indiana on this one. I saw what they did last year and I was impressed.
Yeah.
And I think they have potential to do it again.
I like Mendoza as a quarterback too, but they've also kind of played nobody, so this will really be kind of a test for both teams to
see if they can do it again.
See if they can do it again, because I think it'll be a good game. I think that's really it. Other than
Stanford, Virginia, which we both have Virginia win by pretty good.
Georgia State, Vanderbilt.
Hey man, that's like convicts versus Vanderbilt. Also, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I was very happy with this week of football, and I hope week 4 is as good as week 3 was.
For sure.
Because I mean, man,
that's gonna be hard to follow up.
That is gonna be a really hard week to follow up, especially when you've got teams like Ohio State and Alabama and Georgia on bye. You've still got some heavy hitter games going on this week, and I think there's going to be some close ones. But I think it's got good potential. The week 5 though, y'all make sure to tune in next week, because week 5
we're going to go crazy for week 5. We're going to go actually crazy.
I mean, we've got Auburn, Texas A&M, LSU, Ole Miss. We've got Oregon and Penn State are playing at the same time as Georgia and Alabama. It's going to be a crazy ranked week. And Illinois, USC. If USC can keep up their top 25, that's another 2 top 25 matchups. So,
it's going to be a crazy week for sure. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Big Boys College Football. Have a good night.